Greetings and welcome to Astronomy at Hack. What I do is I record a video here just explaining how to navigate through D2L and to the course. Now, if you're familiar with D2L, if you've taken classes previously through it, you may not need the video, although I will go through some specifics on my class, just explaining how do you get to things and how you find everything on it. So you're welcome to use it, and hopefully it'll guide you through exactly what you need to do to get to the class. Now, to log in, there's actually two methods you can use to log in. You can log in through My Hack and get in there. So you can log in to My Hack, as I'll log in here into the class, and come up with your class, and then there's a D2L link, Desire to Learn. Click on that link and it will automatically log you into D2L, and you'll be under student, any classes that you're taking, and here are a set of astronomy classes that you can look at. Now what I'm going to open up here are astronomy classes that we can look at, and we'll pick out one of them to go into. The navigation is very similar between them, so if you're not taking this exact class, it's pretty much the same navigation, but you can go into that class. Now, before I go too far on that, I want to show you the alternate login method, and you can always go to ehack.hack.edu, and you can log in directly there with your hack ID, your H number, and your password. So you can actually log in directly there. If there's ever an issue with My Hack, you can always get in through D2L there. So that's the alternate method that you can use to log in. So when you come in and when you get into the course, you'll come up with a title screen that'll tell you for my class what class you're in. And I have a banner there that updates the current week as to what we're talking about, what lessons we're working on, and maybe a little description. There's be a news welcome item there, and I'll keep any news on the front page. We have the calendar that will tell you any due dates coming up, and you'll have your list of other courses. If you're taking more than one course, you can actually log over there and take those. Content browser to go through each lesson, as you can go through each of those lessons. And I have a little website down at the bottom, the astronomy picture of the day, and you'll see that this will come up every day. It will update, and it actually just shows an astronomy picture. And one of the things that we discuss is the Monday picture for each week during the course. So there's actually a discussion board for that. Now, in order to navigate through the course, what you need to do is there's content, and content's probably the best way to get started. You can access things. I leave the others up there so you can access. But you have syllabus and course info as your first lesson, which will link the course syllabus, a video version of the syllabus where I talk you through it, and then a syllabus checklist where you just check off some of the policies that you acknowledge, some of the policies and some of the things that we talked about in the syllabus. And that will be required for you to do to go to the next lesson. Lesson 1 is an introduction. Again, I'll give you the course introduction. There's information there, there's some assignments, there's lecture materials and slides, and there's discussions. Everything is linked to here. So you can actually get to all this information. Now, I know lesson 1 looks bad. That's because I'm giving you a lot of information there. So the future lessons tend to be a little smaller than that. But that's actually the lessons that we use, and you can link to each thing directly from there. So if you're in chapter 1 lecture and you want to go and do your initial post for this video, you can click on that and go to it, and then it will take you to that discussion board or that Dropbox that you need to do in order to complete that assignment. If you click on the homework, it will take you to that Dropbox homework. Answers are there. They just won't be visible until after the homework is due, so you'll actually be able to get to see that information. Now, you can also access everything through the bars at the top in terms of Dropbox. If you want to see the assignments, they'll be visible up there. And there's, homework 1, due date, homework 2, due date, homework 3, due date. Now, they'll only be visible for a certain amount of time. They'll only be visible in the Dropbox and accessible when they're available to you. every assignment is available for a period of 2 weeks. So I make everything available for 2 weeks. The second week is really the week it's assigned. The first week is a chance for you to work ahead if you want to. If you have, and I know everybody has a very busy schedule and that there is a lot of material to complete in this course. So what you can do is some days when you have a quieter week and you can get ahead, you can actually work ahead and do an extra homework a week ahead of time. And you can do the same thing for quizzes. You can get into the quizzes earlier. You have the quizzes are available for an entire week. And as that loads here, you'll have quizzes available and you'll be able to see that they're available for an entire week. And all of our weeks end at 6 a.m. on Monday, except for the final week. Final week I have to change differently just because of the ending time of the class. But all the quizzes, everything else, quizzes and exams will be available for that entire week. So you have that entire time to be able to take those quizzes. You're not constrained to any certain time or any certain day that you need to take them. And they will come up with availability, and you will actually get reminders when you're back at the course homepage. It will actually give you reminders, and here's the updates, and there's nothing right now, but it will tell you you have one unattempted quiz, or you have an assignment that is due, and everything will show up there and in the calendar. So there's multiple places you're able to find this information. And then you're also able to you can get to the quizzes, you can get to the drop boxes. I do checklists are a very important part of the course. There's an initial checklist that you'll go through and look at, and let's preview it here for you. And what it does is it just gives you some information, and it talks about this one first, policies. How do I round grades? What is about extra credit? When am I available? How do you get a W grade if you need it? How do we work on discussion posts? Some of the different policies. And you check those off and submit it, and that just says that you acknowledge those policies as part of the course. And you'll get this same thing for each checklist. Let's go back and look at the checklist for lesson 1 and preview that one. And what that says is, what should you do this week? Here's everything you should do. Lecture materials. You should read this chapter. You should read the syllabus. You should watch this video lecture. You should read these informations. What assignments do I need to do? Well, here's the graded assignments. Extra credit assignment, my initial posting, my responses, and homework. So you submit those. Due dates are given for you. You can check them off and submit them as you do them. Once you complete the checklist, you will then have access to the next week's assignments. So when you go to the content browser and look at that, for example, the first week you'll have lesson 1, you may have lesson 1 available. If you finish lesson 1 early and you submit everything and you check off your checklist, then lesson 2 will be visible. So you'll be able to access and submit the next week's assignments completely. Now you can only do that 1 week ahead of time. So you can't get 2 weeks worth of materials done and then get to the next week. You'll have to wait until that. I have to keep the class on some sort of schedule. I need to keep everybody together just for my sanity in being able to follow along where everybody is. But I'm trying to do this so that you have that flexibility to be able to work a little bit ahead on those times when you can. So you don't have to try to struggle at the last minute trying to get things done. So those are just, again, very basic ways to get through the class. There's a link for your grades, and if you click on grades, it will come up with in your version, it will come up with your grades. It will not show, I can get details, of course, for all of the assignments, but when yours will come up with homework 1 and a grade, and it will show you an average for the class and all of that good information that you may want to know. And there's emails. You can email me through here, through D2L. You can also email me from your Hawkmail account to my Hack account. And those are other different ways that you can get a hold of me. So really, the purpose of this video as I finish it up is really just to be able to navigate through the course. And again, I recommend using the content link. I think I've tried to set everything up this way so that this is the most convenient way. Everything is there. You'll only be able to access it at certain times, but you can actually get to everything, and you don't need to use those navigation bars at the top. I leave them there just because some students are more comfortable with them. So I hope this has helped you get a little understanding of how to navigate through a little bit, and how to navigate through the course. If there are any questions, please contact me. Don't frustrate yourself. I'm here. I will answer you quickly. I always do. I will let you know if I'm going to be gone for any reason for a day. I'll let you know that I'm not going to be able to get to you quickly, but you'll find that I'm usually right there, and I'll answer you sometimes within hours, couple hours, minutes to hours even, depending on exactly what's going on. And every time, I don't think I've ever had longer than a day it's taken me to respond back to somebody. I'm always there, and I will answer your questions quickly. So don't get frustrated. If you're not sure, take a step back, take a deep breath, email me. I don't worry. There's no stupid questions. Just ask me. If I've answered it 10 times before, I'll answer it again. If I think that it's of interest, I may post a news item. Maybe I did something wrong, or I didn't set something. That happens, and you'll find out, I can't access lesson 2. I know I did everything right. Tell me so I can look at it. Don't sit there and wait and drag it out. Let me know right away so I can fix things for you. So I hope this has helped. Again, any questions, contact me. And until next time, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.